If you don't know, this is the video. Let me restart the video. I just started a minute in. We're watching a video, reaction video titled Kai Cenat Exposed. Not everyone can be a content creator. Let's get into this video.
And today we're actually not everyone can be a content creator. This is true. People need to get this through their heads. And I am so happy to be back on this channel with y'all again. We're on the Astro Dior Plus channel, and it's been a minute, bro. You know, I haven't been able to post multiple videos a day on this channel for a while, but I am now able to do so. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. I'm talking about missing out on cheese. So I need you guys to please like these videos, bro. Spam them, spam the likes for me these next few days. I'm happy to be back here, for real. And pull up to the Patreon too. Today I'm going to be starting the show from. That's the one that people wanted me to start watching. I'm watching 60 Days In and Black Mirror on there.
That show From is good as shit. I'm waiting for the last episode. That show is fire, bro. Go watch it. Go watch it. You haven't watched it? Go fucking watch it. It's fire. Promise you. You gotta sit down and get through at least the first season on a binge. The others you can watch slowly. You're probably not gonna want to after that, but telling you that first season is so fucking goated. You're gonna be like, yo, you're gonna feel like you're going down one of the craziest rabbit holes. But you gotta stick to it, bro, because it gets confusing sometimes if you don't pay attention. By the time you get to season 4 now, you're not gonna know what the fuck is going on. So yeah, you gotta pay attention. That show is really good though.
Taking like just a day, like a couple of days of Black Mirror break and start watching this From show. Let's get to it. Let's do it.
I quit my job to do content full time.
If you can stay for just 1 second and hear me out, I'd appreciate it. As you guys know, I make a lot of yacht content and most of my videos are talking shit. But as of recently, I haven't really been locked in. And in me, I came to the realization that I need to lock in. So I officially quit my job to pursue content full time for you guys. The outpouring love and support that I get, and throughout this last year, the growth that we've all experienced together, made me realize that I was doing the wrong thing and putting my time towards the wrong things. And so I'm officially saying this right now. I will be posting every single day for the rest of 2026. I'm going to lock in so hard on this content shit. So if you guys could support me, bro, I would appreciate it.
This video was posted December 8th, 2025, and this person has not posted since May 29th, 2020.
Look, man, I had to go big screen for a second, like really keep it G real. Like, bro, when I was trying to figure it all out, I had my job that I worked, all this.
Here's the thing I have to say about consistency, because as a person who hasn't been consistent often, but I do want to be a content creator, it's because we see that there's a lot of favoritism now. A lot more than it was normally, bro. People aren't searching for smaller creators now. They're not. If you're not doing IRL with big names, and no one gives a fuck about you. That's the real reality about it. Nobody's gonna want to watch me stream to my 0 viewers of me playing the same game anybody else plays. Nobody gives a fuck. I have to somehow have some interesting interactions with either random people or other streamers for me to get some type of clout. And why do I think that? I'm still doing it because I don't know. Fuck it, bro. That's why. Fuck it. Because I'll still do it even if that's the case. Because a lot of people want to do this nowadays. So if we band together with a bunch of smaller creators, we could do it. But a lot of people are focused on the Kai Cenats, the iShowSpeeds, the Duke Dennises, the agents, the core boys, or the the Clover boys, or whatever. Like, not everybody's gonna be like that. You know, everybody's sticking to IRL content and in gaming. You know, but How much variations of this shit can you do? And some people are sticking to the female content, because there's a lot of fucking gooners out there. But all they care about is ratings and views. Let's keep going. I'm just yapping.
Time, man. I was just doing slave labor grunt work at Amazon, delivering in the hot sun, right? This is how I had to do it. Let me give y'all the method for all my people that are doing a job that they hate and they're just doing this so they can get some money. Let me give you the method, right? In the morning when you wake up, you need to wake up before you go to work. You don't wake up just an hour before work to start getting ready. Unless you work extremely early in the morning, right? But if you go to work at a reasonable time, you need to wake up earlier and you need to set the tone for your day by reading a little bit, maybe writing in a journal, getting your mind right. Right? Don't just start scrolling on TikTok. Don't just start, consuming bad food content.
I want to be honest. Like, 'cause it sounds good to say some shit like this, but nobody does this shit, bro. Let's be real. Nobody does this shit. I have never in my life seen a single person get up and the first thing they do is write down something. I mean, I get it. Yeah, don't pick your phone up the first thing you fucking do. If you working early, the first thing you do is you clean yourself up, brush your teeth, wash your face, fix your bed, or go get something to eat. But a lot of people say the most performative shit to sound cool and to make it sound like, no, it's not reality, bro. A nigga is not going to go sit there and just write shit down. Like, most people already know what they're going to do in a day. So they're not going to go sit there and write shit down. They're going to just plan it out in their head. Oh, this is what I'm going to do first. Then I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to do this. Then I'm going to do that. But the whole writing it and all that, that's all performative to sound like you're actually doing something. But you're really not,
You feel me? Don't start, just chill for a second. Start doing that later in the day. But for the morning, we got to set the tone for the day. Wake up a little bit earlier, guys. Start watching videos and putting content that'll help you. Or start watching videos. Start doing things that will help you manifest the world that you want to live in. Right?
Well, yeah, like I say, if you work in a maintenance job and you can get up, do a jog or some shit, like do a few push-ups, something like that. But I really don't know what you would write down that you wouldn't already know that you would have to do. That part to me just don't make sense. Like, to me personally, I'll write things down before I go to sleep. Like, that's things I want to have happened, or things I want to have planned for the future. But that's just me. That's just me. I don't wake up and randomly I have something to think about to write down. Like, nah, it's usually at the end of the day.
Pray, do everything you're supposed to do. Once you wake up, you handle that business. Thank God for waking you up in the morning. Do those things. On the way to work, you're listening to high frequency, high vibrational content, right? I used to listen to affirmations on the way to work the whole time. And I used to listen to audiobooks.
I might have to switch the audio to my headset just so it don't sound weird.
about helping just mental things that help strengthen my brain as I go into something I don't feel like doing, and understanding that what I'm doing right now is not me, right? You go to work, you handle your business, you work just enough to the point where you can afford yourself the very little bit of luxuries, but you don't need to be really doing too much. But definitely the amount to pay your bills, right? You want to pay your bills. So you need the amount of money to pay your bills, and with a little bit of luxury. From there, once you get off of work, you maybe give yourself an hour to decompress, but it's time for you to start working on what it is that's going to get you out of this job. On the days that you're off, enjoy the same thing in the morning. Enjoy some day, go to the gym, do the things you're supposed to do, treat your mind and body right by going to the gym and stuff. And then the rest of the day, work on what it is that's going to get you up out of that job. That's how you do it. And the reason why I'm saying it is because I did it that exact way. I'm not somebody that just blew up young as hell. No, y'all know my story. But that right there, that's going to help you a lot. Let's get back to this video. 5 minutes of yap. It's 36 seconds into the video.
26. And before that video, this person hasn't posted since April. Yet this guy quit his job to become a quote unquote full-time content creator, and he hasn't posted since. And that's not the only person that's done this. Here's another. POV, you quit your job to protect your peace and take YouTube full-time.
Never been impressed by nothing.
Listen, I have never understood quitting your job. I mean, quitting your job if you blow up, that makes sense. But quitting your job because you got maybe a deal and you actually made some money makes sense. But quitting your job to stream is ridiculous. Because you don't need to quit to do that. You don't. You really don't. Yeah, it'll make P, but you're gonna have to figure out how to make it work while you're doing it. Just like he said before that. You gotta figure out how to make the streaming work with working so you have an income.
This right here, leave all this shit here.
Because you're not getting paid off streaming immediately. In some areas, bro, it'd be hard to get jobs. I ain't gonna lie. Like right now, I'm struggling to get a job.
They got me fucked up. That's what they got. Go ahead and leave all this right here.
This is not a strong-minded individual to me. This isn't. Like, I don't see this, and this doesn't motivate me to want to quit my job, or it makes me look at you like, bro, you're crazy. I get hating your job. Trust me.
Get the fuck up out of here. I don't work here no more. It's my last fucking day.
Nigga ain't even put his 2 weeks. He gonna cap him down and put his 2 weeks and just not show up within the last week.
They got me all the way fucked up. Albertsons, y'all kiss my ass, my black ass, actually. Y'all see this store right here? They weak as fuck, okay? Weak as fuck. Ain't nobody shopping no damn Albertsons. Y'all want to be public so bad.
This was posted July 7th, 2024, and his most recent post on YouTube was December 19th, 2025. Meaning he hasn't posted at all this year in 2026, and he hasn't made any money to be a full-time content creator. Yet he
just had another job, probably.
Left his job. Look, if your job isn't treating you right and you want to leave, be my guest. Like, I personally don't see anything wrong with that. But the issue here is that these people are quitting their jobs for full-time content creation, and they're not even making enough to be full-time content creators. Hell, I don't even think they're making anything. And the craziest part is that they aren't creating any content / don't make enough content to be full-time, especially in today's economy. Now, one more. Here's another person that quit their job for content creation. I'm showing you guys so many of these because I want you guys to see that I'm not just making this stuff up. This isn't something that I'm just pulling out of my ass. This is becoming an actual problem within society. Everyone is trying to be a content creator.
I wonder if they're gonna show the lady who quit her job for streamer too. Like, I was like, what the fuck? It was a TikToker, bro. And she literally never made content ever. Ever. Like, not only did she do that, but I'm pretty sure she went in person she went in person and she started going on a whole rant and shit. I think I seen that shit on TikTok, bro. I was like, yo, there's people actually thinking that Kai is really stupid. Bro. Like, at that point, bro, people really are just trying to play this nigga, bro. Y'all are trying to play him, bro. I didn't even fucking what you call it, apply because I knew I wasn't consistent. I knew I wouldn't get in. That's why I didn't apply last year either. I knew I wasn't consistent, so I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna get in. I'm not gonna beg and do. No, I didn't do what I was supposed to do to get in. So I'm just gonna have to do it my own way. You know, that's just the way it is.
Now, this video right here is a girl who quit her quote-unquote toxic 9-to-5 to pursue content creation full-time. And I guess the catch is that if she doesn't do this within 6 months, she has to go back to her full-time job.
I quit my toxic 9-to-5 to become a full-time content creator in 6 months. The catch, if I fail, I have to go back to corporate America. It's time for a weekly recap of the first week.
The thing is like, you can't put no time limit on it, bro. You cannot put no time limit.
Yeah, I don't think this is the lady I seen. I'm not sure. We'll see.
Limit on this. It's too much figuring out. You can maybe set certain goals for yourself, like, hey, all right, I need to have 1,000 followers on this platform by this time, you know.
I want to have 1,000 within a month, bro. I'm trying to push that.
But even then, like, you can't put no time on it because you got to learn so much, bro.
Yeah, that does make sense because before my other TikTok account literally had maximum it's the follower goal right now, and I'm trying to get past that because they permanently banned me. But that was the highest I've ever had on any social, any of them, and they permanently banned me. So it's not easy to get followers. It's not easy to get people wanting to watch you, wanting to care or whatever.
Let's start with YouTube, the hardest place to grow, in my personal opinion. I got 30.9 thousand views this week, and I got 113 new subscribers. That is crazy. That has never happened before.
That's definitely some good growth, but at the same time, this isn't enough to sustain, especially within a 6-month period. And also, when you look at her YouTube, she makes short form content, which doesn't pay that well compared to long form content. But this is only 11 out of 183 days, so let's keep on watching.
Nice to meet everybody. For Instagram, I got 105.2 thousand views, and I have 223 new followers.
That's also some really good growth for Instagram, but to my knowledge, Instagram doesn't pay that well. Crazy enough, they actually don't pay at all.
I
was about to say,
and on TikTok,
I was about to say, bro, Instagram don't pay you shit because, like, even on TikTok, I made a little bit of money. A little bit. Like, when I say a little bit, I mean chump change. But Instagram is nada. There's not even a setting where you can see balance or none of that.
I got 60,000 views and 316 new followers.
I would say the same thing for TikTok. That's good growth, but they again don't pay as well, and I'm not too sure if this woman is within the creator fund. So I'd assume that she's not making any money from this, but let's keep on watching.
Gratitude cannot describe. Thank you all so much for supporting this journey. Thank you, Lord, for giving me the idea. Not sure if I should make this a weekly series. Do you guys want to see what happens? How we go up, how we go down, how we stay the same? And I am stressed, but happy. And that's all you can ask for.
Now, this was posted a few days ago, so I will say this woman has been pretty consistent.
She got good energy and stuff. I don't know what her exact thing, like, it's, again, I probably wouldn't quit my job.
Yeah, she does have good energy. I feel like I have to work on my energy. I feel like I'm too lax, too quiet a little bit. Especially when I want to be on camera, I gotta be more. I don't know, sporadic. It's moving around. I don't know.
Because, you know, I need money to survive. But, you know, she stays doing what she's doing while also in a job. That's good. That's good. She shouldn't even, I don't think she should be in the video. She like she's handling her business, you know?
What I find insane about this one specifically is that you're not even full-time, meaning you're not making any money. Who knows? She probably saved up a ton of money to try to do this challenge.
Yeah, it's too much speculation here. I don't think she should be in this one.
Which would make sense, but
Other guys
if not,
are
if she
valid.
doesn't have any money saved up or anything, I just think this is dumb. I find it so insane that so many people out there are so quick to drop everything for something that's not even guaranteed. Now, granted, the economy is pretty bad right now. Tons of things are expensive, and it sucks that there's people out there with degrees that are still living check to check and even overwork, and seeing content creators online make abnormal amounts of money while also being in the comfort of their own homes is definitely very appealing. Maybe even a little discouraging to those who spent many years working towards a degree or climbing the corporate ladder at a job and they're just still not satisfied. But I feel like there's so
Or they don't have a job.
Nigga, climbing the corporate ladder is something I would never fucking do. You gotta have to actually want to be there to do some dumb shit like that. And I call it dumb because you make like literally like $2 extra more than a regular employee for being a manager. Literally, some manager positions may offer a little bit more, but let's say like let's say like a Walmart, working at a fucking as an associate rather than a team lead, you're not making that much more. You may make maybe $5 more. But for a team lead position, that you should be making double.
They done went to school for all that time, and then they get into a corporate job, and then they get let go because of low sales or some bullshit. And now they just hire somebody else, a younger person that's going to do exactly your same job just for cheaper, and then they'll rise in the ranks. As long as their performance is high, then they'll be.
Bro, in the fucking Walmart, bro, their fucking hiring process it's like they act like it's harder to get into than a fucking college, literally, bro. There's I've never had a job have assessments. And not only assessments, they have personal questions. Personal questions that there are supposed right answers to, right? Like there's supposed right and wrong, but you won't know what's right or wrong. Even when you quote unquote fail this test, they won't tell you what questions you got wrong or what in it you did wrong, you know? So that's why I said out here they're only focused on implementing certain rules, and if you're not going to follow them, they're just not going to hire you. Simple as that. And that's what it's even with you without even knowing the rules. It's like shit you're automatically supposed to do. Like, nigga, I'm just coming here to get paid. Like, I'm not coming here to submit to y'all, give y'all all my shit, none of that, bro. I'm coming here to get paid and go home.
Getting the money and handling their business, but if not, then they'll let them go too, and the cycle.
But they don't want workers, they want slaves. But that's another conversation, bro.
Repeats corporate America.
So much more to content creation that a lot of people don't see. Like most content creators don't make anything for the first couple of years they create content. Just because Kai Cenat makes millions now doesn't mean that you can just get off your ass one day, upload a few videos, and you can quit your job the next day and make millions in a few months. Like, I'm not saying it's impossible, but the chances of that are very slim. And if you really want something that sticks within content creation, what I've learned from creating for the many years I've been creating, you have to slowly build up that audience. I've been making videos seriously since I would say 2019. I started on TikTok when I was in high school, then transitioned over to YouTube, and I didn't make any real money to go full-time until 2024. Since then, I've been full-time making content. And I will say, definitely within that span, there were definitely points where I would make a little bit of money from content and thought I could go full-time thinking, oh, I just gotta grind harder, I just gotta lock in and boom, I'll be good. But ultimately, I failed every time. And I went back to working, which there's nothing wrong with that. I learned at the end of the day, but I just don't want more people to fall into this trap thinking that they can make videos and make a ton of money in the span of a few months, all because that's what they see.
Yeah, that's specifically not how that goes. Unless you know, God throws you a bone and blesses you to another degree, and then you get you just one of those people that just blow up. I don't know the last time I've seen somebody do that, but I mean, it's possible, but I wouldn't count on that being the case for my situation. I started making full-time like content by myself full-time. I haven't had a job.
Every big streamer, every big name has at least one viral moment that shot them up to being viral. Every single one of them. Even if you are still working hard and all that, bro, there's going to be that viral moment that happens. I feel like it's just going to happen. Even if you're not forcing it, it's going to happen. There's going to be something that you probably least expect too, bro.
In like a regular job in years, because at first I was working with Don for the podcast for years. After that, when they stopped doing it, I probably grinded probably 2 years. I was making very little money, and then that third year I started making I started making some, you feel me, like I probably started making like $4,000 a month, and then once I switched over to YouTube, it was over. After that, once I did that, it was over.
Online. A lot of people will see the top 1% of content creators and they'll see the glitz and glamour of that and think that they can achieve that in a few months when that's just not likely to happen. Yes, there's
How often does Cameron post? Let me see.
What? Wait, what? Hold
Let
on.
me
What
see
did
real
you say?
quick. How often does?
Oh my fucking god. This nigga's name is Cameron too, bro. I was like, yo, what the fuck is going on? I was like, yo. I was like, what did he say? This nigga's name is Cameron. His name is Cameron. What the fuck? Look. His name is Cameron. I almost lost my shit. And he got like 300K. Bro, what the fuck?
I don't want to lose my timestamp. Whoa, my mouse has been tripping, bruh. Is it gonna die? Does that mean it's finna die, y'all? It was just good.
You got a wireless mouse?
Oh my gosh. Why do y'all deal with this shit for me, y'all?
Damn, there's
Let's
so
see
many
how often
cameras out
Cameron
here, bro.
Posts his videos and stuff. 2 days. Last month he posted.
Is that
2
the vibe, bro? You
videos.
put your picture in front of a fucking in the background and shit.
Man, hey, I would post a little bit more than this, especially because he gets really good views. But maybe that's just not his priority right now. You never know what people's like got going, but I definitely would send a lot more videos. But I think he also has his reaction channel too. Let me see. I think he has his reaction channel as well. He posted 2 times yesterday. Yeah, I would say for Cameron, he needed to spam a lot more. But I mean, hey, if that's what it is for him and that's what he likes, then I can't judge that. You feel me?
definitely outliers, but that's not always the case. They're outliers for a reason. And I'm not saying that you can't get up there, but I just think it's crazy that so many people are quitting their jobs and expecting to be at that top 1% within the span of months. And a majority of these people quit their jobs, then they're back at another one in a few months later, if they can even get one. We know how hard the job market is right now. It is very hard to get a job. So if you have a job and it's a good job, keep that job. Like I personally just don't think that blind faith and quitting your job because you feel like it is the move. Like I genuinely just don't think it's the move. If you want to quit your job because they're treating you wrong and you have another lined up, by all means quit, no problem with that. But quitting for content creation and you're not making any money to sustain it is just stupid. And
this is just like life 101. Like you gotta have you know how I think people fell into the whole I don't have no plan B, only plan A. This gotta work or it's nothing. And trust me, I'm with that. But I always knew, like, even though my brain was there, like, okay, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put everything into this content shit. Everything. Right? Great. I always knew though, in the back of my mind, I'm well spoken, I'm educated, I work well with my hands. I could do some trade work. I can go back to school. I'm knowledgeable. I know how to learn and study. So that is what I knew for a fact that I can figure this out if this don't work. Right. But in my brain, it was like, but there is no, this isn't going to work. This is what I'm doing. And this is how it's going to happen. Right. That's just what it was.
You're just going to stress yourself out even more, because I feel like one of the key things in content creation is you have to genuinely enjoy it to keep on going, because there's going to be so many low points. I remember my first couple years, like there were a lot of low points, but I enjoyed making videos. That's what kept me going. Regardless if I was making money or not, I enjoy making videos, so I could stick it out. And then when I started making money, it's like not much changed, because I've always enjoyed making videos. But the sole factor that some people make videos now is because they see the money that's in it. But I feel like the money is a terrible motive, because you're not going to make a lot of money when you first start out. But
I don't think that's a terrible motive, personally. I started doing this for money. I just learned to end up loving it personally. Like, there's days where like streaming, I haven't fell in love with streaming yet. Like, I like streaming, it's fun, and I love it when I love it. But the idea of streaming after a full day of what I've been doing, because some people love to stream, like regardless of what they did all day, like I gotta get on stream. That's not me, right? I've learned to love making videos and having I've learned to love, I wouldn't even say probably it's the love of making videos. I love the community that I have now and have built. Like, it really touches my heart when I see the On My Batteries, the Jesus, the jokes that people make about me, you know, in the comments that like are, you know, not toxic, like they're funny and stuff like that. Right? Like the Discord community, and I love the community that I have while I'm streaming, when I'm talking on there. The idea of like getting on there and entertaining for 5 hours straight, that's painful in my mind. But like, it really be in my brain when I'm not posting. I'm like, bro, I know they probably like, bro, where's this guy at? You know, because I was the same guy that when I was working and doing certain videos and stuff, damn, I'm yapping a lot this video. We probably won't watch this whole thing just because of how much I'm talking. I was the same guy though. I do this for niggas that like, I do this for obviously and stuff, but when it's not about myself and my family, I do this for the people that are chilling, having something playing in the background, and they just want to listen. Sometimes they might just be looking dead at their phone and they staring exactly. But like, I do this for my people that are in that Amazon truck, like how I was riding every day, and I can't look at the screen, but I'm listening in my headphones, just talking. You know what I'm saying? Motivating, making people feel good today and laugh and joke. Like, cause I was me. You feel me? I was that guy in the car watching, quote unquote, watching Corey Kenshin. I couldn't watch it because I was driving, but I'd be listening to Corey Kenshin videos, just playing in the background. He's got this full.
Corey Kenshin was my nigga, bro. He was my nigga. Oh God, I know a lot of people fucking with him now, but I was an OG, bro. I'm talking before Five Nights at Freddy's, before the Mortal Kombat days. Before those, bro. Before those. I was an OG. OG.
Full playthrough. And it's just funny in that moment. When
I was there before Spooky Scary Sunday. Before that.
I could look at the phone, I'll laugh and joke. Like, I do that for them. Now, I started out of this, like, bro, I just need money, bro. You feel me? I didn't want to be a content creator. I didn't want to be
another dude I was OG on. I ain't even gonna glaze. I ain't even gonna. Kai Cenat. I was watching Kai Cenat before he started streaming. Nigga, I was watching Kai Cenat before he started YouTube. That's a fact. I've been following him since before he made a YouTube account. He wasn't even considered a celebrity then. Literally. He was just considered one of the niggas that had a lot of followers. For no reason. You know, he did one of those skits on Facebook and Instagram. That's when I was following him. When he was doing the shit with Ron Suno.
YouTuber that was just not like the lane and what it was supposed to, like what I thought it was supposed to go for me. God had a different plan, and he showed me that this is what you're supposed to do. And I love it to death. Like, I love this. You feel me? I learned to love it. But I started off with this.
I even have old videos. I mean, a little bit further from that time, but with him and Punga and him doing pranks on other friends in literally in New York right before he started streaming.
Wanted to do this strictly for money. So personally, I don't feel like it's a bad thing mentally to want to do it for money, but your drive to want to get that bag has to be super hard, or has to be big, because like he was saying, the reason why I feel like I was able to succeed doing it for money, right? And with that mindset is because everybody around me were content creators. Don, Berto, Feek, you know, everybody around me was content creators, and I saw what they was doing and the money that I was making, and that motivated me to be like, I mean, I've done the podcast thing. That's fun. And the bit.
Everybody around me makes music. That's a fact. Everybody around me makes music. Family wise, damn near everybody in my family makes music, but me. I think that's kind of crazy. Now that I think about it, I'm the only one that's. I love music too. Like, I really do. I'm just not. I don't know. I'm not a rapper. That's just not it. I'm not a rapper. If anything, I'd be a singer.
Big thing about the podcast thing is I love the community, right? But it ended up making me see and think, okay, if I could get that same amount of money too, doing what they doing, that'd be fire. Like,
or just call myself an artist, you know, just an artist. But I'll be a singer. I don't know, be a pop singer or whatever. But I like singing better than rapping.
that would be amazing, you know? But that's how I started out mentally. Like, I'm thinking about that bag.
Once again, this is becoming an actual problem in society. I'm seeing more and more people do this each and every day. Everyone wants to be a content creator, but the sad truth is that not everyone can be a content creator. Right. A lot of these people are pursuing content creation for the wrong reasons. Most people don't even like the idea of actually creating content. They just like the money that comes from content creation or the attention that comes, which we all know clout is one hell of a drug. Now, what inspired me to even make this video or even go on, I guess, this tangent is
it's like, and again, I rock with Cameron, but I really disagreeing with some of these facts and these points because I don't feel like niggas go to work and they don't.
Bro, it's so fucking weird having this watching this shit because it sounds like he's talking to me, but I know for a fact he's talking to him. But it's surreal as fuck right now. And if your name is Cameron too and you're watching this, you're probably feeling even more trippy than me.
Love what they doing. They doing it for the bread, right? Now, does it make it more enjoyable? You know, when you do love what you do. Again, I learned to love this. I love this with everything.
And mine's Cameron with a C. Mine is that's my real name. That's my real name. And it's really with a C. And his is with a K. I would think my name would be cooler with the K. I ain't gonna lie. But
now, right? To go back on
because
this point, hold on.
Now, what inspired me to creation or the attention that comes with creating content? They just like the money that comes from content creation or the attention that comes, which we all know clout is one hell of a drug. Now, what inspired me to even make this video or even go on, I guess, this tangent is because a little bit ago, Kai Cenat announced Streamer University 2, which if you're unfamiliar, it's essentially this interactive streamer creator boot camp and multi-day live event founded by Kai Cenat. And it simulates a traditional college experience to help aspiring and emerging content creators network, learn from established creators, and collaborate. And within this whole Streamer University, it's a mixture of up-and-coming content creators and already established content creators, you know? Last year, there were about 120 streamers picked out of the thousands that applied, and this year, he's basically doing it again. But there's even more people that are applying because they saw the event last year, and he's even doing these in-person applications. And while I do think this is a great event that Kai Cenat is doing, it's good because it's shedding light on streamers that some people may not even look.
And what he's doing, it may seem simple, and the simple question, why should you be here? And as many times as he asks that, I keep thinking to myself, if I was sitting in the chair, what the fuck would I say? And I'm just like, I really don't know. That's why I didn't fucking go. But all these other people don't know either. And it shows me that I'm not the only one, because they come up here and there's girls that just start twerking. They do anything. There's niggas bringing Connect 4 and they have no plan at all. They think they're just gonna come here. Kai's gonna be like, you're black, I like you. Accept it. No, bro. He's gonna actually look. He says he's actually looking, so he's gonna be looking. And his team is gonna be looking too. But like, if you know you haven't been consistent, you shouldn't even do it in person at all. Not even like, your viral clip won't even matter because you probably don't even have an account to attach that to. Like,
their way, which is pretty cool. But the problem with it is that a lot of people think this is a golden ticket to become an established streamer, and they're dropping everything to go all in. And the craziest part is that Kai didn't even accept these people. So not only are people quitting their jobs to go to—
yeah, quitting before being accepted is wild. Wild. It's incompetent. That's what it is. It's incompetent.
Streamer
That's crazy. This right here is insanity.
University, they're not even guaranteed to go. They're quitting their jobs to go to the in-person applications, which if you go to these in-person applications, it's not even a full chance that you'll be able to speak to Kai Cenat.
That's a
Essentially quitting
fact.
their jobs for no reason. Like this person right here, just quit my job and dropped everything to drive 10 plus hours to Streamer University. Wish me luck. Which yes, I believe you should have faith in yourself.
And I believe he posted that video so he would have maybe quote unquote more luck, because he knows in his head, he's feeling subconscious about it. Like, yo, what I'm doing, it isn't smart. So, you know, let me try and make a video or try to get at least some type of clout off of this. Let me let people know that I drove 10 hours and quit my job for this shit. So maybe I'll get it. You know, let me sympathy farm for a little bit.
You should definitely follow your dreams, but this right here, I just think is dumb. Once again,
I
it's
agree.
not even guaranteed that you'll get into Streamer University if you go to these in-person applications. So this person quit their job without even knowing if they're gonna get into there. Let's say this person goes to these live applications and they don't get selected. Now they have to go back home and they don't even have a job anymore. They're just, I guess, vibing now. It's very dumb, but that's not even the dumbest of it all. There is this woman who spent her rent money to book a hair appointment with a famous hairstylist, and she did this for Streamer University. And the kicker is that once again, she didn't even get selected because no one is getting accepted yet because Kai is still going through these applications.
I just took a risk and spent my rent money and booked an appointment with Erica Tay. I feel like getting my hair done by Erica Tay is an opportunity in itself. And I'm also trying to get accepted into Streaming University, so no risk, no reward. It's like manifestation. If I book now and I go get my hair done, university, here I come.
Not only is this just extremely dumb, it's also extremely—
What logic? Hold on. Let me just replay that. Because what the fuck did she just say? Use my rent money to book a hair appointment with Arrogant Tay for Streamer University. Honey, what hairstyle costs rent money? Listen, Streamer U is not that big of a deal for you niggas to be losing your minds for this shit. Like, and I'm pretty sure this shit ain't free either, bro. I mean, it might be.
No reward. It's like manifestation. If I book now and I go get my hair done, university, here I
Not only is this just extremely dumb, it's also extremely irresponsible. The fact that you can't even pay your rent because you wanted to get your hair done by this famous hairstylist to go to Streamer University and you're not even selected to go, it's not even guaranteed that you're selected to go, it's so idiotic, beyond idiotic. Like,
Wait, is it free? I really don't know. I did see something. You know, Twitter be having fake ass news all the time. But somebody had an application and it said 15,000, and there's no fucking way. So ain't no way this nigga Kai charging 15,000 for an application. So I'm gonna just say it's free.
yes, when you want to chase your dreams, you have to take certain risks. This isn't even a risk. This is just being dumb. There were definitely a lot of risks that I had to take when becoming a content creator. But the thing about these risks were they were never just dumb risks. Like, I just feel like this is a dumb risk. I even see people saying that they're going to quit their jobs if they get into Streamer University. Essentially saying if they get selected, they're quitting their job ASAP.
Excuse me, Professor Sinet.
If they get so,
Bro, I think you should whoever quit their job is retarded, bro. You should have been saving your time and you could have called out for like a week. You could have called out for like a week. Waited. I don't know when the Streamer you start. Because this right now is just the auditions. When does it start? And is he gonna have it in these separate places? Like 3 different schools? And he's gonna be just flying to each one, or is it gonna be one school with all the different people in it? Because we had 3 locations for meeting points, but none of them were inside the school. You know, I thought it was gonna be on the campus. Okay, so maybe they're getting campus ready. That makes sense. Okay.
yeah. No. Yeah. Nah, I don't know. Again, I don't know what, any like job is. You feel me? You making $1 million a month. You feel me? Maybe you established you getting money at your job. Okay. Maybe it might be a little bit more like, but if I work at Amazon, if I work at 7-Eleven, Chipotle, the grocery store, right? Anything along the lines of that, I will quit this job to go to Streamer University if I were to select it. Absolutely. I'll come back and get another grocery store job.
If I was selected, that's completely different. That's completely different than quitting and doing all that shit before you even get there. Like, that's completely different. You know now you've moved up a step higher than, just making the move to do it. You've made the move to do it and it worked. And you've been accepted and now you have a chance. That's a better opportunity. You actually have that chance now. It's not, I'm going to quit my job so I can get that chance. No, you have that chance now. To have a better chance at pursuing this, I'm going to quit my job so this can work out for me better. And to me personally, I still wouldn't push it until quitting my job was something I had to do. That's me. I wouldn't push it until it was something I had to do. Like, unless I really didn't like the job at all. Then, that would be having a reason for me to jump out of that job too. Not wanting to be there, not liking the people there, But I would never quit before going to audition. That's beyond insane. That's like, and the same people do the same shit over and over. It's just sympathy farm. They post a video of them talking about them traveling however far, how much money they spend, and do all this so they can sympathy farm. So you can feel bad for them because they know this shit won't work out. I think it's really sad.
I'll be all right. But there's no way that I don't go to that. If I'm really in, like, I really love this, like I'm putting my all into this. That means this is one of those opportunities. No, I'm quitting that job. No.
Get me out of this Amazon.
Yeah.
The minute I get that exception for that streamer, I'm running through this bitch yelling out, quit.
Yeah. Yeah. At Amazon, yeah, bro, you'll just go if you need to go once you need to come back, right? If you can't get the days off, if you can't get the days off, then well, that's one thing. Like, sorry, if you don't get the days off, I'm quitting. If y'all give me the days off, all right, I'll be back, right? Depending on how well I do at the streamer you shit. But I'll be back. But if I don't get them days, yeah, bro, I'm gone.
Wait, that's how Amazon worked. You could just quit and come back, nigga, and then you're just gonna hire you again. Like what? Bro, I swear Walmart is a call. I hate talking about them, but they'll fire you if you get fired or you have to if you leave from Walmart or some shit like that. You cannot come back for 6 months. I don't know if people know that or something like, but your name is in the system still for a minute. Even after when I applied again, my name was still in the system. Like when I applied my account, all that shit, I was able to automatically put certain shit back up in there. They keep your shit there, bro. They keep your shit there. So whenever you reapply, they know every time you've reapplied and you've been there. Like, that shit is wicked out here. They keep data on all employees. Former, past, all that shit. And it's not in document form. It's in the fucking computer.
I'll just work at another Amazon warehouse. I'll be a driver or something.
I ain't gonna lie. Not me neither, though. I do tasks. I do music. I do music engineer. I rap. I sing. I vlog. I stream.
Sound like every other nigga.
I need to be consistent with what I'm doing. Give me the fuck out.
Every other nigga, bro. I don't think that sounds like every other nigga, bro. You know what I mean? A lot of other shit, yeah. But, bro, you do most of that same shit he's talking about.
Out of here. I know y'all niggas want to see me yelling through this bitch. I'm joking. And I'm going to come out with a couple iPhones. Because I'm streaming you students watch. Let me get accepted. I'm bringing 3 people iPhones there. Straight from here, though. Last day. Straight from here.
Which, once again, I think this is pretty stupid. Just because you get in a streamer you, that doesn't mean you'll be set in the streaming game. Hence,
It does not. It absolutely does not. But, yeah, I'm quitting that job.
No, that's 100% true. Because think about what happened last year. How many people weren't famous or benefited from streamer you? Right now, the only person I can think of off the top of my head is Yana. Dabo. But Dabo fell off too shortly after. But Yana was the only one able to keep that. Extra Emily, I think. Right? I'm not sure, but I think so. Yeah, that's it. But Kashina did lie to that girl, saying he was gonna play Minecraft with her. I remember that shit. And she was crying and all sorts of shit. And nigga said he was gonna play Minecraft with her and never did. Or at least he didn't do that shit on stream. On his stream.
why there's so many people that went to Streamer University last year, and they're pretty much
Like he said he would.
in the same position this year that they were in last year, because it's not a guaranteed blow up. Just because you go here, that doesn't mean that your streaming career is gonna automatically go from 0 to 100 and now you live in a freaking penthouse and you're making millions. Like, that's just not how it works. And let's say you do quit your job because you got accepted. Once Streamer U ends, now you're out of a job and you're not where you thought you were gonna be. Like, I will say, there definitely is a healthy amount of delusion you have to be a content creator. But what I'm saying,
And I think that's part of it, quitting your Amazon job. Because again, I'm about to cut this off probably right after this. You know, I done yapped way too much. I got other videos to do. Y'all can pull it to Cameron's channel. Shout out to bro to watch the rest of it. But there's a healthy amount of delusion, and quitting your Amazon job, Amazon warehouse job. Yeah. I think I'll do that. expeditiously. I dropped out of school so I could go make beats for rappers and shit. And all I had was one song where I got paid $700. Once I got paid $700, I was like, oh yeah, I can do this. And I stopped caring about school and I stopped doing homework and all that. And I ended up dropping out. And now this is where I'm at. So I'm all for, bro, that little Amazon job. I'm out there.
I dropped out of college because that shit was ridiculous to me. That shit was ridiculous. I went to college to learn a new skill. Well, I wouldn't say learn a new skill, but to get a degree in my skill that I already have, which is art. I wanted it for the graphic design. And let's say I did do that, and I went through with it, bro. AI would have taken that shit from me. So I'm glad I didn't go through with that shit. You graphic designers now who have that degree, went through all that shit, who probably sat in class with me. Look at life now, bro. AI just, and you think it's gonna get worse. It's gonna get a lot worse. A lot worse. A lot worse. They came after us first. They came after us first. The artists, the creative people, they came after us first, bro. First. That is crazy. They went after the people who do things by hand. The real hard workers, the animators, they came after us first, bro. Us first. And listen, our work is still better. Our work is still better than AI. AI can't copy what we are capable of. They can only replicate what they think of it. They think of it like, look at the AI video. They fucking suck. I haven't seen a decent AI video in a long time. In a long, long time. And they probably, I'm saying a long time, like a few months. Because they probably have to, it was like a Hancock one. It was pretty cool, like Hancock versus Homelander. That one was pretty cool. But with that being said, that's it, man. See you in the next video.